change or something happened to the DOM. So our change detection is the main, we can say, the hard for us to synchronize our component model component values with the view, so change detection get trigger. So this is how only the it will check the previous value and the current value. If it is the difference between previous and next prevent and current, then only the change detection go further and do the changes into the DOM. So this is the some mechanism happens, and there is a zone.js also that is not the part of the Angular, so that triggers that everything for us. So it is the part of the browser. So in the if we debug that zone.js file, so you can see there they compare the whatever value coming from previous and the current one. So this is how that get rendered to the DOM. And about that is the default I am talking about right now. So this is the default one. Suppose I want to do a our custom change detection for us. So what I can do, I can use a push over there, and I can write some constructor over there, change detector constructor. So depend upon some properties over there, then only it will get trigger. So that is the another thing we can use. Suppose I have header component, and inside that I'm accessing some child component. So if I do something change into the parent, so child should not render because we have not updated into something into the child. So at that case we do the change detection push. So these things we can optimize our application, so instead of rendering everything into the DOM.
Okay, great. Pawan, how much you are comfortable with HTML and CSS?
I'm instead of you want to ask in 5 out of something.
Like out of 10, how much you will
Okay,
rate it?
out of 10 I will say close to 9 or maybe above 9. Actually I worked on the too much on HTML CSS as well in my previous company.
Okay, okay, cool. So can you tell me what are attributes in HTML?
Attributes, okay. So okay, so suppose you are trying to access some, suppose you are trying to create some element into the HTML. So we have to pass some attributes. So right now, suppose we talk about the image tag. So we have to pass source as an attribute, then alternative as attribute. So these are some attribute we are passing to that element. So if image is not loaded to the DOM, so that at least alternate text will be loaded over there. That is the part that helps us when the accessibility terms comes into the picture. So these are some, we have area label, then we have area required ID. These are the attributes we have to pass in terms of the making our website as accessible for the disabled persons. So these things comes with it.
Okay. Uh, so can we convert that inline element to block level element?
Inline element to block level element. Inline to block. Okay, so we have span, then anchor tag. These are the inline one, and you meant to say it we should show the whole line if I use a anchor tag. So inline block is there. So with the help of that, we can access
Where exactly we need to put this information?
inline block, display inline block. I think we have to do.
Okay. So will that convert that span tag to a div tag kind of?
That is I'm thinking actually. So with it, if we use inline block, then at that time we can add some margin header footer, means a header header top padding and margin we can add. So because of that I'm thinking we have to, if we use inline block, then it will do as a block for it.
Okay. Okay, tell me one thing, like if there is two properties, one is display none and visible, and second is visibility hidden. So what is the difference between them?
Okay, so if we set a display none, so it will not add it to the DOM, and if it is display hidden, then it will be added to the DOM, but it will be, the opacity will be 0 over there. So it will require, it will, we can say it will accept some space over there into the DOM. So this is the difference between both.
Okay. Yeah, Pawan, can you share your screen? I will share.
Yes, sir. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Just one.
Yeah. So chat window I'm not able to see. Not sure why.
Not able to see the chat window.
No. Can I join through the web version as well? Sorry, I joined through the web now. Actually, I have problem with my speaker with the over this one. Let me check.
Yeah, there is a lot of info.
You just paste here. I can copy at least code.
Leave this one and I will send you over email. You can send me the email ID.
Okay, okay.
Wait.
So you mean to? Can I give you email ID?
Just 1 second. I'm joining back. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So now you see there is a green div inside the parent thread.
Yes.
So I want you align this green div in the center without using flex and grid.
Center of this red one, correct?
Yeah, without using flex and grid.
Okay, okay. March. Can use. Then it should be height you have given, border you have given, width has given, position absolute added. It is relative. It is correct. Margin 0. Okay. Margin 0.8. Position absolute green. With it, it's a place self. Put the center of the it. Is it fine?
Okay. Yes.
Actually, I'm not sure what the property I'm missing here, but it should work. I have tried couple of times
Yeah.
with the normal one. Not sure what property I'm missing.
Should you transform for that?
Yeah, that is the fourth way. So I with the only absolute and relative, I have tried multiple times, but I'm not sure. Maybe something I'm missing. So please, okay.
So, once, for example, in Angular, there are two different classes, okay, and we want to display those classes based on a particular condition. That what exactly we will be writing in the HTML.
Okay, so for that, suppose I have this div, then I can use a ng class. Okay, and inside that, true. If we have some condition here, let me see. Just write condition. Condition we can write, and if this condition true, then class 1, else what missed, oh chai, this one. Okay, so if that condition is correct, then we can use class 1, or else class 2. This we can do, And if we want to add a multiple classes, then at that time we have to use that wrapper, means a curly brace, and we can do similar kind of thing with the comma. So if we have another class, another condition, then we can do like this as well. So if we want to multiple classes, we have to add to the that div, then we can do such kind of things.
So what are the other different ways we can add multiple classes based on condition in Angular?
This is the one, and other one I can say uh, the condition class name colon value, I think. So for that, let me remove this for now. Something that condition. So here will be the class and condition will be there. ng class has three ways, different ways to add a CSS. So
Okay.
most of time I use that conditional one, so that's why.
So tell me the difference between host binding and host listening.
Okay, so host binding and host listening, nothing but suppose okay, let me tell here as well. So suppose I have this div, let me complete this. So what I'm doing, okay, so now suppose I have directive. Okay, so what will happen, so host binding nothing but with the help of directive we are changing the uh, color property or attributes for it. So with the help of host binding we do that. And host listener nothing but this is the div is a host listener for this directive. So we can say that the whatever element we are putting our directive over there, that will be the listener for us. And host binding is nothing but the, suppose I want to do some apply some CSS or some content I want to change or inner HTML of that. So at that time with the help of host binding we can do that.
And with host listener?
Yeah, host listener, the item listening to the directive, that is host listener, one kind of thing. And another thing, we can write some custom host listener as well, I have written as well. So what for that I created that host listener window one, I use the size one. So when the size get greater than 780, so I want to show some div over there, or the left panel I want to show, at that time I use the host listener for that. So we can create that as well.
Okay. So what can I say? Why we use ng destroy in Angular? What is the reason of using it?
Okay, so what will happen? So when we create our Angular application, and suppose I have subscribed multiple observables into our Angular application. So while navigating to one component to another component, that should be unsubscribed, or that memory should be free. We can say that, though it will not impact our the performance for our Angular application. So in ng destroy, so whatever subscription we have created, so we should unsubscribe everything from there. So that is the use of it.
Okay. Uh, can you write one arrow function and print hello using that in the JavaScript section?
Okay. Yeah. So this is
File 69 pass input to this function 1 comma 2 comma 3.
okay.
Okay, so there is a now Pawan. So basically there are some inputs coming to this function, but you are not aware how much count of inputs are coming. So it can be 1 2 3, it can be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 9 10. We are not aware of the count, total count, number of parameters. So my concern here is, so you need to print the sum of all the inputs that are coming in this function. If it is 1 2 3, the function should print 6.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so for that we can use a rest parameter over here, rest operator. So because in the arrow function we do not have access of the arguments, so that's why we have to use a rest parameter. So I can say rest for now here. So this will be the rest parameter for us, and it will give the whatever parameter coming to us, everything will be there. And we can do a filter, no, reduce we can use. With the help of reduce we can get total element, can do such thing, total plus equal to el. So it will return total for us, and we can get const sum equal to this. So with it we can get all the sum here, and then we can print console log. So this we can do. If I pass some random, okay.
Okay. Now pass the input 1 2 5 2 1.
1 2
1 2
5.
5 2 1. Okay, so now you need to remove the duplicates and print a array of unique elements. So this function should print 1 to 5.
Okay. So okay. Test parameter. It is not allowing me to access. Why it is not allowing me to access now?
If you again want to use those rest operator, you need to put the bracket because that rest is already an array.
Oh, sorry. So this will be input now for me. Thank you. Okay. So now I want to print only 1 to 5. This will be output. So you mean to say we have to just remove the duplicates, correct?
Right.
Okay. Dot includes this element. If it is there, it is already there, then not to push. Let me if now. Yes. So what I did over here, I'm just checking that is included or not. If it is not included, then it should push to it.
Okay. Cool. So, Pawan, tell me the difference between event bubbling and event capturing.
Okay, yeah. So basically, what happens? So when the our application get load to the DOM, at that time event capturing get happened. So basically, we are navigating to top HTML root element to the each element to commit. So that is the capturing happens over there. So what we can say, it is coming to the grandparent to parent, parent to then child. So and if we are talking about the event bubbling, it is outside. It is the vice versa of the capturing. So when suppose I have one div, inside that I have another div and another div I have. So if I put on click on the each div, so when I click on the inner one, then the that one also get trigger, then the parent one also get the trigger, and the outer grandparent will be trigger. So that is the bubbling. And another one is the when we click on the top, so it will come to the at the till the end of the, we can say, the child till child it will come. So that is the capturing. So these are the both thing comes with it.
Have you faced event bubbling in your Angular application anytime?
For the actually, yeah. So for in the table, I have implemented it. Actually, what happens? So I have one table over there, and inside that, when I click on the row, I have to expand that row. There is a Angular material one table over there, that mat table. So with it, we can use expand and collapse into the table rows as well. And inside that, I have few buttons to show the detail in the next page. So on the time I have implemented such kind of thing functionality over there. So we should not go to the parent one when we click on the inner row of the element. So we can use the stop propagation. So with it, it will not go to the above one parent one, we can say.
Okay. So you use observables or promises?
Most of time we use observable. So sometimes we use promises as well.
Which is better?
So yeah, so we can say if your data is coming frequently, or after some time you need that data again and again, and at that time we should use observable. But if you are getting your profile detail in the single stroke, so we do not use the observable at that time. So hello.
Yeah, Pawan, I
Yeah.
lost you.
Okay.
Can you
Okay.
come again?
Yeah. So I was talking about the observable. So if we have something over there that is coming, keep upon going on sometimes, after sometimes, at that time we should use observable. And if we are getting some data from the backend only single time when the component get loaded, so it at that time we can use a promise as well. So single time we'll get some data and it will show to the DOM. So we're not doing anything with that data, so that time we should use a promise. And if we're using the promise, then at that time we don't need to be aware about the unsubscription as well. So at that cases we can use a promise rather than going to the observable.
Okay. What is the difference between set timeout and time interval?
Okay, so time interval is nothing but it will get a trigger after some, we can say that the after some whatever millisecond we are passing over there. And set time was nothing but the it will call that callback function when that the threshold get expire. Suppose I have given 3 second over there. As soon as it get 3 second, it will wait for that 3 second over there for the set timeout. And if we are using the interval, so it will get trigger every that whatever second over we are passing.
How can we stop that interval, set interval?
We can use a clear interval to stop it. We can okay, so we can take that reference to the one variable, and that variable we can remove that with the clear interval, and we can pass that variable to it, so it will create that whatever interval we have created for it.
Okay. Okay, Pawan. We'll say just work on your CS and HTML part. Okay. So maybe if there is a second round of interview, it might help.
Okay.
So just brush up your skills on that part.
Okay, okay. Anything else
So
for me?
anything, yeah, from me, my side, it all looks good.
Okay.
Any concerns or any doubts you have?
I have doubt about for the project only. So it would be for Angular or it would be for some other text means or the
So
React or
basically, yeah, so Angular and React will be a luxury for them.
okay,
It is for our client only. But it
okay,
will be a Angular and React will be a luxury for them. But the basic they are looking for because HTML, CS, and JavaScript.
okay,
Because if you are comfortable with these three skills, the fundamentals of yours are already strong, and you can work on any front end framework. But it will be a front end framework only
hmm.
in from React Angular.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
Thank you, Pawan.
yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
for your
Thank
time.
you. Yeah, bye bye.